cry. That is what the Carolina Hurricanes will be doing in the offseason. After having yet another great season and perhaps their best chance at intimately caressing a Stanley, it ends with them not doing that as they have been taken out by the president. Last year was pretty bad, with the whole getting swept by their own football team and back-to-back overtime losses at home and the series winner being scored with 4 seconds left in regulation. Yeah, all that kinda sucked. Well, apparently the Canes looked back on that and thought, man, that was so much fun. Let's do it again. It seems to be something the Hurricanes like to do now, the whole getting their fans' hopes up, thinking this is the year they win the cup, and then boom, heartbreak so bad they might as well call them the Heartbreak Kid, Carolina, Sean, Mike, Kane. I don't know where I was going with that. Personally, I like to blame this year on the bullying the Canes did to the Islanders, specifically on Twitter. Remember the cry tweet? That was from the Islanders series. That, along with a few other shit-talking tweets, probably had the Islanders like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm calling my brother. Bring, bring.
Yo, Islanders, what's up?
Hey, Rangers, what's up? So, the Carolina Hurricanes?
Yeah, I know the Hurricanes.
Well, they're being really mean to me on Twitter, and, they eliminated me in the first round. Can you, beat them up for me in the second round, please?
Oh, yeah, no problem. I could totally do that. But, hey, you know what'd be really funny? If I win up 3-0 in the series, and then I let them win 2, and then they'd be thinking, oh, it's not over. We're gonna actually beat them. And then I won Game 6 anyway. I think that'd be really funny.
Oh, yeah, that would be, really funny. You know what you should do as well? You should let them, lead in Game 6, 3-1 in the third, and then score 3 in the third period, and have it be the same guy as well. That'd be so funny.
Oh, yeah, that would be so funny, man. I'm totally doing that, bro.
So what happened in the series itself for the Hurricanes to warrant comparisons to the San Jose Sharks? Well, for starters, there is the power play and penalty kill. In the regular season, they had quite a good PP. It was long, girthy, and most importantly, could score goals. With a percentage of 26.9, nice, their PP was the second best in the league, being only bested by the Tampa Bay Lightning. No team could best their PK though, as with a percentage of 86.4, not as nice, the Hurricanes were better at stopping Chef PP from cooking than any other team. If you asked me, I'd say that's pretty blimey good. But the Rangers also had a good PPPK, with theirs being the third best on both sides of the coin. So with them both having great special teams and duking it out in the second round, how they do? Well, the Rangers special teams lived up to their regular season hype. The Hurricanes? Not so much. You want to learn how to count? Well, in the first 3 games of the series, the Rangers had, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4 power play goals. Great job. You can now count to 4. I'm so proud of you. Let's keep it going. In the first 3 games of the series, the Hurricanes had -1 power play goals. The -1 means the Rangers scored a shorty G. So I shit you not, the Rangers scored on the Hurricanes power play before the Hurricanes did. Whoa, hey, cut them some slack. Maybe Coraline just wasn't getting many penalties and thus didn't have many chances to score on the beep. Did you hear that? That was the sound of you being wrong. Those damn New Yorkers were penalized 20 times in those 3 games, which is 1 more than the Hurricanes were. And since each penalty was a 2-minute minor, that meant the Hurricanes had a whopping 40 minutes. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's think about this. Some of those Rangers penalties, the Hurricanes were also penalized at literally around the same time, and some of the Hurricanes power plays had Hurricanes penalties that put it back to even strength. So I did some math here. So instead of being 40 minutes of power play time, instead the Hurricanes had 22 minutes and 17 seconds of power play time. In the first 3 games, by the way. We're still talking about only those 3 games. That's an entire period plus 2 minutes and 17 seconds of PP time for the Hurricanes, and all they had to show for it was 1 goal that they didn't even score. 4 of those 22 minutes were in overtime of Game 2, in which the Hurricanes failed to score off of either PP, meanwhile the Rangers had their own PP and scored the game winner. Speaking of overtime, remember last playoffs against the Panthers when they lost back-to-back overtime games? Of course you do, it was last season. Well, like I said, the Hurricanes looked back on that and thought, that was fun, let's do it again. again, and then did it again. But silver lining, neither of those games went into quadruple overtime. But enough of that, let's get back to talking about piss. In defense of the lack of PP goals, the Rangers do have Igor Shesterkin, whomst is a magnifique goaltender who's been playing pretty well this postseason. With a save percentage of .923% and a goal saved above expected of 8.8, the goaltender who shares a first name with Frankenstein's weird midget hunchback guy has been quite the brick wally these playoffs. You know who could have used an Igor in their life? Yeah, the Hurricanes could have, because Frederik Andersen certainly wasn't as good, as he only had a save percentage of under 900, and his goal saved above expected of 1.9 is a whopping 6.9 less than Igor's. Ooh, nice again. But at least Freddie's save above expected thing is not in the negatives, unlike Kochetkov. So all that gibberish I yapped about somehow led to the Hurricanes falling down into another 0-3 pit. This is a pit they had gotten stuck in twice before in this window. Both times they had failed to even win one game to get out of it. However, those two were in the conference finals. This one is in the second round, so mayhaps it'll be a little different this time. Well, yo ho ahoy, yar har kunka Dota 2, it is turning out a little different. With Brady Shea scoring that long-awaited PP goal in Game 4 and the Rangers having an atrocious third period in Game 5, the Hurricanes are suddenly only down by 1 in the series. They are now in the same position the Stars were in their conference finals last season, where they are only halfway there to making magic happen and pulling off the inconceivable Of course, the Stars had the biggest abortion ever in their Game 6, but maybe in the Canes Game 6, things will turn out a little differently. Well, for the Big Red Machine Kane, Game 6 was going quite swimmingly. The Canes got a few burnt patties here and there past Shesterkin, and they even held the Rangers to only 2 shots on goal in the first 17 minutes of the game. Couldn't have gone much better if you asked me. The Canes are now entering the third period leading 3-1, the Rangers are looking a little toast, and Game 6 seems like an all but assured win to force a Game 7. Slowly but surely, that is starting to look a little more and more like a possible reality. Considering the Rangers won the President's Trophy, which seems to be cursed, it is definitely in the realm of possibility, and it would be a nice inclusion to the trophy's list of failures. Surely, there's no chance in hell the Hurricanes blow this game in the third period, right? Well, actually. Chris Kreider decides now is the time for no more funny business and scores a natural hat trick to take the lead. The game doesn't even go to overtime. The Rangers win 5-3. Whoopsie doodles, Carolina done blew it. Perhaps their best chance at a cup in this window has been squandered, and instead of hoisting Lord Stanley, they are instead forced to walk the dock of shame because they've been eliminated. I ponder, perhaps if one of those bajillion goalpost shots actually just went in the net, maybe Carolina would have did it. But it is what it is. No point crying over spilled milk. Brush yourselves off, learn how not to choke, and get ready for the Cup Quest next season. Not so fast, RareWallaby. The Hurricanes still have some free agents to take care of. Oh, I had totally forgotten about that. Thank you for reminding me, RareWallaby. Anytime, RareWallaby. Now die. Let's take a look at the Hurricanes' free agents. Can't be too bad now, can it? This is awkward. The Hurricanes now have to re-sign Teuvo Teravainen, Jordan Martinook, Jake Gensel, Brady Shea, Brett Pesce, oh lord, even the coach Rob Brindamore, oh, Martin Necas, it doesn't look like he'll be re-signing, oh boy. Well, it looks like the Hurricanes will have some free agenting to work on. Unfortunately for them, Jesperi Kotkaniemi isn't a free agent, so I'll leave them to that. I'll let them take care of that. Maybe the new Hurricanes GM can somehow turn this into a positive, but, you know, yeah, that's about it. Goodbye.